Here today with Adam Martina. And welcome.
Thank you very much.
By participating in this interview, you give me the full permission to let this video footage have an internet release. And I have full permission to the video footage. So, do I have your permission? Can we go on?
Yes, you can do whatever you want.
Okay. So, from my understandings, the SD campaign is about giving old people the opportunity to continue their jobs. And in order to do that, y'all have to stop the immigration. And immigrants are becoming a financial question for this country.
That's not really the point with our politics. The politics about immigration, we see other problems which we have a mass immigration to Sweden, which cause other problems than just our older people are able to work. Our immigration policy is about to stop the unemployment in these groups with immigrants. And with older people, we want them to be able to go in retirement with age of 65.
What I find interesting in your brochure is, as you can see, we have a white Scandinavian woman in her 70s on one side and a young Muslim girl on the other. Now, here is something I don't understand. Y'all want to stop immigration, but immigration is done by all kinds of people, Asians, Africans, Middle Easterns. But yet you choose to put a Muslim girl on here. Can you explain why this woman has to be a Muslim? Is it to keep it all stereotype?
It's not really that, but the common immigration is from the Middle East and North Africa today to Sweden. We also have immigrants from other countries, but the main picture of an immigrant is a person from the Middle East, just because we have the most of the immigration coming from the Middle East and North Africa. So it was just a picture to make it understandable for the viewer of this brochure.
So when you read the brochure, it says who wants to become a pensioner, but really it's like, why are y'all criticizing the Islamic religion on the inside of the brochure? Because you got a lot of points, and one of them is stopping Islamic religion from spreading in Sweden. So why is it y'all focusing on the Islamic religion so much? Why is it Muslims are pointed out?
Okay, we see a big problem with Islamic religion spreading in the country, because the basics in the Islamic religion does not fit into the Western society with a what you call it, equality between men and women and so on. So we see that as a problem, and we also see a problem with the mass immigration to Sweden, because it costs a lot of money and doesn't pay attention to the real problem, which is we have a lot of refugees in the world who needs help.
I went on YouTube and I saw your little campaign video. You know, it was short but very interesting. You know, it features the two handle owners and the old Swedish woman. Then you got a bunch of Muslim women in burqas running around. So I'm sure you have seen it.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyways, about the video, you can't comment on it until your comment is accepted. So you can't say what you want. It doesn't really sound democratical to me. So anyways, back to the video. So once again, Muslims are the center of attention. So why is it Muslims are the only one labeled as immigrants in this video? Because there are Asians. Why weren't there any Asian women running around? Why weren't there any African women? Or just regular Muslim women without burqas?
We see immigration to Sweden, which often comes from other cultures than the Swedish culture, often from the Muslim world, often from Middle Eastern and South Africa, so they become a symbol for the immigration policies that we have today. So it's just a symbolic picture that we have an immigration from other cultures, most of the Middle Eastern from other cultures.
You know that high school students, they're paid 1,050 crowns a month. And if a high school student wants to live on their own, that will be impossible, because they wouldn't afford that. And surviving on 1,050 crowns a month, that's impossible. You can't just survive on that. So what I find interesting is, why is it SD is focusing on an allowance raise for pensioners when the big problem, the real problem is that teenagers are getting paid 1,050 and they can't survive on that. Do you think it has something to do with the fact that most students ain't allowed to vote yet?
I don't see that's a problem. I don't believe that my party's priority are older people for the young people, which is students in this case. Of course, our students have to have good opportunities to live on their own and so on. So, but we're focusing on the older people because they have been down priority from the other parties. So we see this as a big problem. But we don't say that students should live on small allowances.
What is your personal response when people label you as a racist? Do you see yourself as a racist?
Okay, no, I don't see myself as a racist, and I don't think my party is a racist party. Also, you can't find anything in our politics that shows that we are a racist party. We say that every people are equal, even if you are from a different country and if you are a different skin color. That doesn't matter to us. The most important thing is that we resolve this problem, which has become a common problem in Sweden with a lot of immigrants living together, often in segregated areas, and the Swedish people living in segregated areas as well. So that's our problem, that's what we're focusing on. We don't focus on skin color or religious beliefs or something like that, so that's a false claim.
I have a religious Muslim mom at home, and what would you say to her if she walked up to you? What would your conversation be like?
It depends on what question she has to me, and
yeah.
I have many friends who are Muslims too, so but we don't discuss religion or things like that. That's nothing interesting for us to discuss. But
don't they criticize you for like all the media that's going around, like?
Yes, of course they can ask me questions about my party and so on, but they don't see our party as a racist party either. So there is no conflict. So we have good conversations.
Okay, those were all the questions, and thanks for having you here, Adam.
Yeah, thank you very much. Good luck. I hope you understand my English.